What is going on, guys? I am Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today's video we'll be talking about a rumor that there is a third team, or another team, I guess, in the mix with the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers and trying to iron out this trade. Before we get into Craig Carton's claim that the New York Jets are not the only team in the mix for Aaron Rodgers, we got to tell you about the sponsor over at Konzuri. They sent me over a beautiful pair of sneakers. Not only are they sleek and are they stylish, they also add an additional 2.8 inches to your height. So fellas, have you ever wished you were a little bit taller? Come on. Yes, you have. Maybe you matched on Tinder, but our profile says must be over 6 feet. That's your cure over at Konzuri. I got the short kings covered. They make you up to, as I said, 2.8 inches taller without anyone knowing. Look, girls get heels, makeup, push-up bras. Why can't guys get these shoes and add a couple extra inches to their height? It's not hurting anybody. For a limited time only, our listeners get an extra 15% off your order with code MATT at Konzuri.com. The site is already 30% off, so 30 plus 15, 45% off. There's no reason not to. Short Kings, I got you. Use my code MATT at Konzuri.com. Okay, so Craig Carton of WFAN, he hosts the Afternoon Drive show with his partner, Evan Roberts, and he has spoke on both that show and his other morning show on, Fox Sports 1? About another team being in the mix for Aaron Rodgers. Now, I personally am not buying it, but let's go through his reasoning and see if you believe that there is actually another team in the mix. His quote says, Aaron Rodgers to the Jets is not a done deal, and the wrinkle is this. There's another team now, and if the New York Jets don't pull this off soon, meaning like now, they're not getting them. Do the Jets now panic and try to get the deal done? Craig said. Do the New York Jets feel like they've got this locked up and Green Bay got no other options? And do they just wait it out and eventually get them at the price they want? Or does Green Bay at some point go, here's a deadline, we want this done. If you don't get it done, that's on you. We have options. Now, thankfully, his partner, Evan Roberts, pretty quickly shut this down and said, listen, I'm not worried about it. And I'm not either, and neither should any of you watching this. The 49ers being the team, and by the way, that's the team, San Francisco 49ers being the team interested in Aaron Rodgers if this falls through. Let's break down why the 49ers in particular don't make a whole lot of sense to get in on this. Number one, Brock Purdy, as a rookie, showed that he can win in this league. You also traded a boatload of picks to get Trey Lance, who has really yet to get any significant playing time at this level. That's just another indictment. And I know, the Jets get a ton of flack for taking Zach Wilson number 2 overall, and I get it. He's been really bad through 2 years. But Trey Lance, the 49ers gave up multiple first-round picks to move up to pick number 3, and that guy can't get on the field. He's behind Brock Purdy, who was a 7th-round pick, Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the NFL draft. They signed Sam Darnold in free agency as the veteran in that room, and now you're also going to add a 4th quarterback to the mix and Aaron Rodgers. And look, I get it. Of course, Aaron's better than any of those guys listed above, but from an optics perspective, that's just so bizarre. And then you throw in the fact that it would be like, I don't know, you're finally righting the wrong because in 2005, they took Alex Smith 1st overall and didn't take Aaron Rodgers. And I know it's almost 20 years later, but that's just weird, right? You can't be like, hey, we didn't take this guy in 2005, but we're going to make it up to you. We're going to trade for him now, later in life, for his age 38, 39 season, however old Aaron Rodgers is. You want a 39-year-old, 40-year-old Aaron Rodgers? I don't know, man. I don't get it. And plus, they have 0 picks in the first 2 rounds of this year's draft. How are they going to get a trade done before the NFL draft when their first pick is pick 99 in the 3rd round? That is the first time the San Francisco 49ers will be on the clock. Why? 1, their first rounder went to the Miami Dolphins for Trey Lance. Number 2, their 2nd round pick went to the Carolina Panthers for Christian McCaffrey. A 3rd round pick isn't getting this done. If that's been the thing, right? The Jets it was never going to be, what was it? The Jets had pick 74. It's going to take a 2nd round pick, which is why the Jets traded Elijah Moore and their 3rd round pick to get another 2nd round pick. They're putting their ducks in a row. They are way too far along in this process to go a different direction. And you had Joe Douglas at the owners' meeting saying that they weren't going to talk to Lamar Jackson because it would be negotiating in bad faith at this point, because that's how far along they are, the Green Bay Packers. Both sides want to get this done. A third team or another team, whatever you want, however you want to call it, is not getting back in the mix for Rodgers. And why would they trade him in the NFC? Why would they want him in the same conference? Supposedly, they were saying, look, we'll only trade him to the AFC, which is why the teams that were linked to him all along were the Jets, the Tennessee Titans, and the Raiders. The Raiders have since signed Jimmy G and spent a lot of money to do that and are likely going to take a quarterback in the draft, whether it's Anthony Richardson or Will Levis, somebody like that. Could they even potentially move up to do it? Yeah, probably. They probably could move up to get one of those guys. But why would they be in the mix for Rodgers now? Like, what team is going to be able to do that? Or Tennessee? Like, again, they're not going to be in the mix now either, because supposedly they're interested in moving up for one of these quarterbacks. And they have the veteran in place there to play right now and sit and wait for one of those guys to develop. It's just the Jets. The only team that is legitimately in on this and that could actually get something done is the Jets. That's how it's been this whole time. And if there really are leaks coming to Craig, and that's why he's going on the air and saying it, it's because it's coming from people on the Packers side of things. They're trying to get any sort of leverage. It's just no side really has leverage, is what I've been trying to say for weeks at this point, because Green Bay needs to get this done. They don't want him showing up to camp. They don't want Jordan Love having to answer questions about it. And Aaron Rodgers said that he wants to play for the New York Jets. And then from the Jets' perspective, look, they need a quarterback. It's abundantly clear that they can't start Zach Wilson this year, in a year where they're trying to make the playoffs, in a year that's important for both Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh and this team to take the right step forward in their development. They can't bank on a light switch just going on for Zach Wilson and like, that's it, he's going to figure it out and be fine. It makes sense for both sides. Both sides want to get it done. It's going to get done. There is no other team going to get in the mix. We're in silly season right now, and I get it, but only a few more weeks into the NFL draft, and I firmly believe that something will get done before the NFL draft, which starts on April 27th. By the way, we released the trailer, if you haven't seen it, the trailer for the Talkin' Jets panels draft party. 4 years straight we've been on talking about the NFL draft. It's an absolute blast. It's my favorite 3 days of the year. It's me, myself, and I. And also Ryan on his channel, and Green Bean as well. Ton of guests lined up. I am amped up about it. So that was released today. I wanted to let you know about that. But yeah, do you buy this? I don't buy it. Let me know below. Thanks. I'm Matt. I'll talk to you next time.